Hey, wonderful people. I hope you all are doing well. So in this video, we are going to talk about how to load a bulk data in your SQL Server database table. For example, you have a table in your SQL Server database, and then you want to insert 4,000 rows in that table. So how will you do that? Obviously, you are not going to insert one by one rows, right? So you just want to load all those 4,000 rows in one go. So how to do that? In order to load this bulk data in your SQL Server table, you need to have that table in your SQL Server database. All right. So if I show you here, this is the file. This is the CSV file, which has like 4,249 rows. And these are the rows I want to load in my table. And that table have these column. Like here you can see date, product ID, profit, sale, margin. So these are the columns which I have in my SQL Server table. And these are the information, these are the rows which I want to insert in my SQL Server table. So obviously you are not going to do like insert into this column name and these value one by one. No, it will take your whole day to do that things. So I want to load this bulk data in one go. So how to do that? I show you in a moment. First, you need to create the table using these column names. All right, so let's just create this table. So now I have already prepared our table creation query here, right? So create table, if I show you here, create table and then table name, then we have date, that would be a date type value, and then we have profit, sale, margin, and these all are integer type, right? So this is what I am doing here. So we have all those 14 columns name and all the columns are integer type apart from this date column, right? So let's create this table first. I select it and execute. So now you can see I have my table now. So let's just see if we have some value in this table or not. Select star from our table, right? And then execute it. So all right, so we just have the column name. We do not have these values. All right, so now we need to load this data in our table. So what we need to do, you need to write a command, a query that is bulk insert, and where we want to insert it in this table and from. So now here you need to specify your location. There you have saved your file and also the file name. So my file name is bulkload.csv. All right, so you need to make sure that you need to type the extension of the file as well. If it is text, you can replace the CSV with text as well. All right, so now with, and here you need to use a keyword which is field terminator equal to comma. So why we are using comma here? It is field terminator. So why we are using field terminator here? So it is basically we use field terminator to separate the fields. So how we are separating the field? We are separating with the commas. So if you see here, when we create our table and we specify our columns name, then how we separate our columns? We separate our columns using the comma, right? So this is the same thing which we are doing here with the field terminator. So now this comma is separating our column names, right? So now if I show you the file, so this comma is separating our column names, right? Now it will start inserting these value. All right. So once it will reach at the last column value, it should start inserting the value from the second column, right? So now we need to terminate the row from here, right? For example, like it is in second row, it has inserted the, the last column value here. Now it should go to the third row and start inserting these value. And then now similarly, it should go the fourth row and then start inserting these value one by one. So, but how it will go from like from here second row to third row and third to fourth row. So we have a row terminator keyword, and then we will terminate the row using this keyword. And then here you need to specify it should terminate the row and go to the next line. And for that, we use /n. So you might have seen this /n in VBA or in HTML as well, right? So this is the same thing. Now we have separated our column names using the comma and row value using the /n. Now we need to upload our data. So for that, we need to specify like how many numbers of rows we are going to upload in this table. So for that, we need to use batch size. All right. And then here you need to specify the batch size. So I have 4,249 rows here. All right. So now here I will specify 4,249 rows, including the column name. And now we just need to run this command. All right. So here should be comma, and that's it. So if I execute this command, all right, so now it is showing an error, which is cannot bulk load because the file this could not be opened. Operating system error code 5 access is denied. So SQL Server do not have access to this file in this location. So what is the solution for that? So we need to put the file there. SQL Server can access the file, right? And the location is in the program file in SQL Server folder. There it is installed. So for that, you need to go to your C drive and then program file. In program file, you need to find your Microsoft SQL Server. And then here you can put your file, right? All right, so now we have our file here in SQL Server folder. Okay, now I just need to change the location of this file. So we have the same file name. We only need to change the path, right? Now just execute it. All right, so now you can see it has executed 4,248 rows. These are affected. But how many rows we had? 4,249 rows. So why it is showing the error for one row? I show you in a moment. So if I check the data, so now you can see that we have all the rows which we wanted to load in this file, right? And the first row which had the header, it has not uploaded that row. So basically, when you are going to load the bulk data in your SQL Server, you just need to delete the header, all right? The first row, or I can say the column name. So now if I save it, yes, save it. And now let's just try it again. Let's just delete this table, delete, and then this table, and execute it. All right, so now we have 4,248 rows without any header, without column name. So let's just execute this command. And now you see 4,248 rows has affected. All right, so now let's just check the data. And now we have all the rows here. It is like 4,248. So that's it. This is how you can load your bulk data in one go using these SQL Server command. And I hope this is helpful. So just click on like button and subscribe. All right. So bye now. Have a wonderful day or evening, depending on your location.